Dear students, welcome to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University video lessons. Today we are going to discuss about management of inventory, that is a unit 16 of financial management, and unit 16 it is in block 5 of working capital management. In this class we are going to discuss about the various concepts of management of inventory. Start with the concept of inventory management, thereafter objectives of inventory management, then inventory control, its functions and also its techniques, and thereafter the indicators of material losses or inventory losses, and lastly we will have some exercises on EOQ as well as various stock levels. Now, what is inventory? The inventory refers to the raw materials used in the production as well as the goods produced that are available for sale. This is in case of manufacturing industry. Manufacturing industry needs raw material to produce the finished goods. In case of service oriented organizations, say software industry, the inventory in software industry is different from manufacturing industries. The inventory in software industries is the software licenses, then intellectual property and also digital assets. Now, we are going to focus on the inventory management, especially in manufacturing industries. Inventory management is a process of managing and controlling the inventories from the raw materials to the finished products. It includes monitoring of inventory levels, thereafter tracking the inventory of movements, and the analysis of inventory data to make the wise decisions from time to time. The main objective of inventory is to ensure the right quantity of raw material available at right time and at the lowest prices for that possible cost. Effective inventory management is very crucial for every organization to meet the customer needs and customer demands, minimizing the cost and also maximizing the profitability. The objectives of inventory management are to maintain the adequate inventory levels, means what should be the minimum stock level, what should be the maximum stock level, reordering level, what should be the EOQ, all these things you can calculate with the help of this managing inventory. The second one is managing back orders. When customers place orders to us to supply the finished goods, now when you have correct or right quantity of raw materials or the finished goods, you can supply them easily. Minimize the inventory wastage and losses. In most of the cases, manufacturing industries we come across the inventory wastage. More and more wastage we find in inventory that can be minimized, and also losses of spoilage, defectives, so on and so forth. To keep the systematic inventory records from time to time, at what time you have this level, at what time you have what you call that level, that means minimum level at what time, maximum level at what time, average level, like this we can keep the record, systematic record from time to time. To maintain the high customer service and also satisfaction, their relationship is also very important for us, because ultimately customers are the main pillars of the organization. Without customers, without selling the finished goods, so the organization will be nowhere. The next one is the inventory cost. Minimizing the inventory cost is very, very important. This is possible only when you have management control, that is the inventory management control, when you apply the management control techniques. To minimize the stock outs and overstocks, understocks and overstocks of raw material or finished goods can be avoided when you have proper management of inventory. And cash flow to improve the cash flow from time to time. When there is an interruption in the cash flow, everything will be get stuck. Production will become what you call slow, and also production will also be what you call at not desirable level. As a result, you will not be able to sell the products to the customers, even though there is a lot of demand. Then to enhance the customer satisfaction, already we have dialogue on this, and improve the supplier relationships also. When you are able to maintain good or manage inventory well, you can improve the relationships with the suppliers. That means who supply the raw materials and the other spares. To bring down the inventory processing time. Inventory processing means converting into raw materials to be converted into finished goods. That process time can be minimized. And lastly, to ensure overall inventory control. Control is very, very important in manufacturing industries, especially the inventory, over inventory, overstock of inventory, understock of inventory will definitely affect the profitability of the organization. So, and hence there is a need to manage the inventory well. The next concept is inventory control. As you know the concept of inventory and inventory management, now let us focus more and more on the inventory control, in which we are going to discuss about the inventory control objectives, inventory control importance, and inventory control the techniques, and also at the end some exercises. Inventory control is a process of ensuring the right quantity of supply is available always in the organization. Otherwise, when there is a deficiency or less quantity of material or inventory, that will affect badly or inversely the profitability. It enables the maximum amount of profit from the minimum quantity of or amount of the inventory without affecting the satisfaction of the customers. So, that is why there is a need to control the inventory from procuring the raw materials and by producing the finished goods and also selling the finished goods to the customers. Then what are the functions of inventory control? There are two most important functions of this inventory control: to ensure the availability of sufficient products and supplies whenever the customers need with respect to customers' demands and demand in the market. The second function is to maintain adequate stocks, not overstocks, not understocks. Adequate stocks in the sense it is optimum stock, thereby avoiding the shortages and overstocking of items. Now, there are some indicators of inventory losses. When you notice that these are the losses of inventory, from time to time you can exercise control over the inventory in the organization. Spoilage of inventory, definitely it will not be used for anything. That is why this is a most important indicator of material losses or inventory losses. Dead stock, that stock cannot be sold, that stock cannot be vertically kept. That is why it is unnecessary stock, idle stock, that is a dead stock. Then excess storage cost. Suppose when there is no movement of that inventory, we need to keep in a godown or warehouse, and without fetching anything, we are keeping the inventory in the godown, means inventory, the storage cost will go up like anything. Then cost efficiency will be when there is no cost efficiency, that means when you are not able to minimize the cost of inventory, that is the raw material or work in progress or the finished goods. So, definitely that is the indicator that there is some loss of inventory, and this will definitely have impact on the cost of production. Then decreased sales. Sales are coming down because of what they call this there is no quality in the product. As a result, the customers will not come forward to purchase your products, and losing loyal customers. When products are not qualitative, definitely customers won't purchase our goods. As a result, you must exercise control over the inventory. Then excess stock and overstock also, losing track on inventory, where that inventory is there. That is you are not able to track that particular inventory. tracking problem will also be there in some organizations. So that is a clear indicator of material losses or the inventory losses. And lastly, losing goods in the warehouse also, that is sometimes because of what they call mismanagement of inventory, you are losing the goods weight or what they call them, sometimes physical appearance also, this is possible. Now, what are the advantages of this inventory control? We have what I call a series of points here. Maintaining optimum level of inventory. What is the meaning of this optimum level? Neither overstocking nor understocking. That is whatever the requirement we need, that inventory we need to you need to continue. Second advantage is periodical inspection of inventories from time to time. This is a you can say that verification, physical verification of inventories. Of course, that is called the perpetual inventory system. Guides on storing and issue of, when the goods or the finished goods or raw materials are stored in a godown, and they must be what they call issued to the production department. At that time, what they call a proper record is helpful for us to what they call issue and also store. At the time of purchasing, we need to store them. At the time of issuing, we need to what they call issue those goods or the inventory from godown. A systematic record of movement of materials also, inventory also very, very important. Whenever we purchase, we should record. Whenever we issue to the production departments, we need to record. Then this is a physical verification. From time to time, you need to verify the physically with the record. How much quantity you have recorded in the you have written in the records, and how much quantity you have issued, and what is the balance. So with the help of this we can say bin card as well as stores ledger, we can easily calculate or what I can find out the how much stock is available, how much stock is issued. Then inventory control techniques. What are these inventory control techniques? Many techniques we have. These techniques help business to manage the stock efficiently and optimizing the inventory levels to meet the demand while minimizing the cost. So on one hand, we have to minimize the cost. On the other hand, we have to maximize the profit. For this, we need to control the inventory from time to time. There are many techniques we have. Let us discuss one by one what are those techniques. Let us start with ABC analysis. ABC analysis is most important technique of inventory control. ABC. A stands for always, B stands for better, C stands for control. Always better control. What is this always better control? That means the inventory or the materials what we need must be categorized into three categories. They are A, B, C. A category materials are very costly materials. We need to have strict control over them. B category materials are not that much what they call costly, moderate. That's why we need to have moderate control over those inventory or the materials. C category, they are the not what they call costly items and less costly, we can say less costly items of inventory or the materials. That's why not necessary to have strict control or moderate control, and we can have a little control over the inventory. The second one is VED analysis. VED stands for vital, essential and desirable. What are the essential, what are the vital material, what are the essential material, what are the desirable material. Okay. Vital material are very, very important. Without that we cannot produce anything. Strict control to be exercised. The second one is essential. Essential, these materials will definitely improve the quality of the product. That's why we need to have moderate control over these inventory or the materials. The last one is D. D stands for desirable. If you have this material sufficiently, we can improve the quality of the material, quality of the finished goods. So otherwise, quality will come down. That's why we need these VED, strict control, moderate control on essential items, and desirable items, so less control, so that we can have the flow of product without any interruption. Then the third one is a FSN analysis. FSN means F stands for fast moving, S stands for slow moving, N stands for non moving. Fast moving items, strict control to be exercised. Slow moving items, moderate control to be exercised. Non moving items, not that much control to be exercised. Less control we can have. Minimize the control we can have, because the first category, fast moving items, so from time to time they go on what they call issuing to the production departments in case of material, and we need to have sufficient raw material, otherwise production will get interrupted. So ABC analysis, VED analysis, and FSN analysis, so these play very important role or crucial role in controlling the inventory in the manufacturing organizations. Next one is just in time. What is this just in time? Whenever we need material, you need not what you call store them, purchasing long back. We can immediately get those or procure that material just by making a phone call to the suppliers. Okay. As a result, we can procure the raw material on the spot without what you call interrupting the production process, and that will minimize the cost of storage. As a result, your cost of product will come down. Inventory cost come down in the sense here that will have the bearing effect on impact on the cost of production also. So that's why just in time, it is very popular in Japan industries, the manufacturing industries. So in our country also this technique is being adopted to minimize the cost of inventory. Next one is material requirements planning, MRP. MRP means the sense here proper planning for material. When should we have this much quantity of raw material? When should we have this much quantity of minimum material, maximum stock level, stock, or the average level? So proper planning can be done when you have this material control. Then buffer stock. Buffer stock means here always you need to have some safety stock. You should keep some safety stock in order to what they call meet the demands. Otherwise, if any customer needs or wants some product or what they call raw material, if you say that no, next time what they call you may not come to our rescue and you will not buy from us. Next one is FIFO method. FIFO method of valuing the material. This is very important. What is this FIFO? First in, first out. The materials purchased first to be issued first to the production department. Whatever the material you have procured, suppose 2 days back you have procured material, and 1 day ago also, yesterday also you have procured material. Today you are issuing material to the production department. First we should start with day for yesterday's procured material. At what price you have procured? So same price to be charged to the production department. That is first in, first out. That means the material procured first to be issued to the production departments first. This is this method is very advantageous when the material prices are falling. That means material prices of when they fall, when they are in the situation of falling, this method is more advantageous. This next one is a LIFO method. LIFO method is a reverse to the FIFO method. It is last in, first out. Last in, first out in the sense here, the material we have procured latest to be issued first. In our example, day for yesterday we have procured some material, yesterday some material we have procured, and today you are issuing to the production departments. In LIFO method, what you have to do, first you issue the yesterday's material. When it is exhausted, then go for the day before yesterday's material. That means here the material which you have procured last should be issued first. This method is more advantageous when material prices are rising. Before method is advantageous when the material prices are falling. LIFO method is most advantageous when the material prices are falling. The next one is the perpetual inventory system. What is this perpetual inventory system? Already we have some dialogue on this perpetual inventory system. It is from time to time, periodically, we need to have physical verification of material, physical verification of inventory. Whatever you show in the records, sometimes may be there, may not be there physically. So, physical checking or physical verification of material is very, very important. Periodically by the top level people or the people concerned in the department to inspect, to verify, to check whether that much material which you have shown in the records, whether it is available or not physically in the godown or in the stores. The last one is very, very important, the fixation of the stock levels. What are these stock levels? How much amount of material to be kept? Minimum material, maximum stock, that is a minimum stock, maximum stock, and average stock, and a danger stock, and always vertical we need to calculate. One more important thing is a reorder level. Okay, all these stocks to be calculated. By calculating these levels, so we will come to know that how much quantity of raw material to be kept as minimum stock, and maximum stock, and average stock, so on and so forth. Now, in this we have one more important, this is also one of the important techniques of the inventory control, EOQ. What is this EOQ? Economic order quantity. How much quantity of raw material to be ordered in order to gain economically, that means minimizing the carrying cost, minimizing the ordering cost. These two are very, very important. Ordering cost and carrying cost, very, very important. So, keeping in mind this ordering cost and the carrying cost, we need to decide or calculate how much quantity of material to be ordered. That is called economic order quantity. It refers to the size of the order that gives the maximum economy when purchasing any material. It is the optimum standard ordering quantity. So, here we have some formula, one formula for calculating EOQ. On this vertical we have a small exercise even, that is under root of economic order quantity is under root of 2 into A into O divided by C. Here A stands for annual usage, consumption. O stands for ordering cost per order, and C stands for carrying cost per period in the sense of maybe a month or what you call maybe annum. So, let us have one exercise on this. This exercise shows that when a retail stores sell 20,000 units of certain product annually, the cost to place and process each order is 50, and the holding cost, that is called carrying cost per unit per year, is 2 rupees. Calculate EOQ as well as the number of orders to be placed. Here we have formula, that is under root of 2 into A into O divided by C. A stands for year, annual consumption or annual requirement, that is 20,000 units, and O stands for, that is given in the problem as 50 rupees, and carrying cost per unit per year, it is 2 rupees. So, now substitute these values in the formula, that is under root of 2 into A into O divided by C. Here you get 1000 units. Let us see, root of 2 into 20,000 divided into 50 divided by 2. Here it is 2 into 20,000 into 50 divided by 2. Then we get EOQ as 1000 units. How many orders to be placed in a year? When you have requirement of 20,000 per annum, here EOQ is 1000 units. Now, how many orders to be placed? Here the EOQ what we have, what we call 1000, requirement what we have 20,000. 20,000 divided by 1000, that is annual requirement divided by EOQ. How many orders here? 20 orders to be placed. 20,000 divided by 1000, 20 orders to be placed. Now, lastly, stock levels. What are the stock levels? Quantity of goods or raw materials that should be maintained by business in order to see that production is not interrupted. Every organization should always keep optimum inventory, optimum quantity of inventory to what we call have the uninterrupted production. These stock levels are, one is minimum stock level. It represents the lower limit of stock quantity. Below this level is not desirable. It may lead to stock outs. The next one is the maximum stock level. This is the upper limit for the quantity to be kept in the organization to see that the over and above this level is not at all desirable. The reason is that here unnecessary investment in the stock. Next one is average stock level. Average stock level is considered as the optimum stock level. It can be ascertained just by what we call averaging the minimum stock level and maximum stock level. Then the next one is the danger level. This danger level is not at all desirable, problematic one. That means it is just like when your two-wheeler reaches that reserve, means that is an indicator that until and unless you fill your tank, you cannot go. It will go hardly for some kilometers. So thereafter it will stop. So that's why this stage requires immediate restocking of goods, immediately placing order and procuring the things. Then formulas. Okay, here we have reordering level formula and minimum stock level formula, maximum stock level formula. Let us have what we call these formulas. The reordering level formula is maximum consumption of raw material into maximum reorder period. Reorder period is also known as lead time. Lead time means here it is a time. It is a time between whatever we place order and receiving the order. Minimum stock level, reorder level minus average consumption into average level lead time, or average the delivery period is also known as delivery period. Maximum stock level, reordering level plus reordering quantity minus minimum consumption into minimum reorder period. Then average stock level, this is a minimum stock level plus half of reorder quantity, or minimum stock level plus maximum stock level divided by 2. And lastly, danger level, average consumption into maximum reorder period in case of emergency purchases. Okay, these are the formulas, and with the help of these formulas we can work out a small problem. Problem is given here and the solution also given here. With this we have come to an end of this lesson. Thank you.